This is the future.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigval Green here, and as you might be aware, today are going to get a big update for Injustice Mobile, and it is going to be a huge update because we're going to transition to version 5.0, I think. So previously we would have like patches to the version that was previously 4.0, and we would have 4.1, 4.2 and so on, but each time they transition to a new version, like a big patch, like switching the first digit of it, it's gonna be a huge update. So in this video we're going to discuss first of all the bugs that need to be addressed in this version, because that's something that always should be reminded, and we should not settle for them becoming game features because they are bugs and they should be treated as such. Then we're going to talk about the things that we're guaranteed to see, and there's two things we're guaranteed to see in this patch. Then we'll talk about the things that we're very likely to see but not guaranteed to see, and then we'll talk about things I would like to see in this big patch. So yeah, a lot out of the way. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. Feel free to let me know what your opinion about this in the comments, and if there's anything you'd like to add to the list of things that you'd like to see. And let's start off with the bugs. Currently in the game we still got a few bugs present. We have the Raven and Batman Ninja Robin getting interrupted upon tagging by basic attacks of the enemy. With all the characters in the game, when you tag in, the enemy can interrupt you with a special if you mess up and don't go step, but if they are doing basic attacks while you tag in, your attack is going to take priority, and there is even a strategy from this, which is the tagging from block. You're going to block with the character, and when the enemy tries to hit you, you're going to tag in the other character and interrupt this combo. And all the characters in the game can do this, except for Raven and Batman Robin for some reason, and this is like known to be a bug, and they have admitted it to be a bug with Martian Manhunter upon release, because Martian Manhunter also had this problem and he was fixed. So please do fix them. I mean, Batman Robin I don't really care for because he's not really used as an active character that much, but would obviously be a nice fix to him. And Raven, that's kind of a crucial part of her stuff and would enable far more advanced and more fun ways to play her. Then we got the Beta Club problem. Okay, so there's two sides of the coin. Beta Club currently is still one of the strongest artifacts in the game, but is not as strong as it has been on release. The problem with this is the fact that, in my opinion, on one hand, Beta Club should have been released like this because right now is in a better state, but on the other hand, they left it in a broken state for 2 months, during which there were like 2 changes to the game, 2 patches, 2 bug fixes, and they did not address the Beta Club, and they left it in an overpowered state for like 2 months, so people paid a lot of money to try and get the Beta Club, and then they nerfed the Beta Club by mistake, and they have claimed that they are investigating the Beta Club bug, and yeah, on one hand, I think this is the way Beta Club should have been released, but on the other hand, because of their mistake of leaving Beta Club to the state that it was at release for 2 months, I think it would be only fair for the people who have spent a lot of money to get the Beta Club for it to be returned to the previous state. And then there is the phase transition losing of buffs. So previous to the last patch, when you would like kill phase 1 in any tier of league rates and transition to phase 2, you would keep your All Blade stacks, you would keep your Less of Joker passive, you would keep your Conflant Sacrament stacks. It's not the case anymore. You're going to lose them when you transition phases now. And I don't know if that's an intended feature. They never mentioned for it to be an intended feature. I'm going to regard it as a bug, and I hope it will get fixed, because while it doesn't matter that much in tier 8, and maybe not even that much in tier 7, though it does matter to an extent, and for some teams it's gonna be rough for people in tier 6, because a lot of people are counting in tier 6 for very strong people who are able to one-shot phase 1 plus phase 2 and phase 3 plus phase 4. And it's just something that shouldn't be in there and has no reason to be in there, and I really don't think nobody was bothered by you being able to transition from one phase to another with all the buffs available, so hopefully we see that fixed. Then there's the problem that has been present since all the way from the release of the league raids, but still not, I refuse to see it as an intended feature. If you're going to fight phase 4 and somebody's gonna one-shot phase 4 before you finish your battle against phase 4, your damage will not register and you'll get an unusual gameplay message. So that should be fixed already. And there's also some unusual gameplay things being spread around here and there, though it's more or less isolated cases. It's not like community-wide thing, but that's definitely something that's annoying. They should be addressed. And then there is the atrocitus delay on buffs. When you would tag in, you would get instantly the buff of atrocitus, and after the last patch, you get them like 1 second delayed. And while this is not a huge issue, again, I don't want to see bugs as intended features, so I thought I would mention this as well. Now, getting into the things that we're guaranteed to see, we're guaranteed to see the new character Vixen, and we're going to be guaranteed to see the new arena brackets. As you know, there's multiple arena brackets in Injustice 2 Mobile, and you're going to be placing the most recent arena when you make a new account. And usually, new arena brackets are made after a big update, and this is definitely a big update. So most likely after the update, you're going to be able to make a new account and be placed in an arena where everybody starts today. And it's gonna be an easier time, hopefully. So those two things we're guaranteed to see. Now, moving on to things that we're likely to see. Again, none of those is confirmed or guaranteed in any way, shape, or form, but there's a few things pointing out that we might get this. New Arena Store selection. So the Arena Store selection usually swaps 2 times a year, and it's about time it swaps for this year. And about that, we don't have a bad Arena Store selection right now. It could definitely be better, but the only thing that I really would like to see is Predator Batman staying in the Arena Store, because he's such a crucial character nowadays in terms of being maybe a combo builder for Sora Banshee, a combo builder for Harvard Harley Quinn, or just a damage dealer for a new player. I really feel like he's a crucial character, not to the point of, let's say, Conflant Sakome being a crucial character, but it's getting close to that point for a lot of people, so I really wish Predator Batman remains in the Arena Store. We're yet again likely to see a new Soul Raid event, because as you know, they usually tease the new Soul Raid events with the loading screen of the current Soul Raid events, the newest released one, like they teased Rise of Krypton with the loading screen of Dawn of Apocalypse when it was on cooldown. They did the same thing with Advent of Chaos, and now when Advent of Chaos was on cooldown for the first time, they teased an image of a city in flames. And about that, there were some files in the game showing some Deathstroke gears, so that might be it. And we might see tier 9 and tier 10 league rates. A lot of people have been asking for it, and tier 8 is becoming too easy at this point with all the tools that we got, so it's only natural that they move that up. Now, moving on to things that I would like to see, this more than the tier presented previously really have no guarantee they're going to be getting implemented in any way, shape, or form, but it's mostly quality of life features. I'm not going to talk about here about any major reworks of game modes or stuff like that, just some quality of life features for the most part that people have been asking for a long time. First of all, introduce the option to change the graphics of the game. As you know, Injustice Mobile, when you download it, is going to, by default, tell you which graphics system is better for your phone. And this has two very bad outcomes. One outcome is that it underestimates your phone, and it gives you bad graphics, even though your phone could handle better. And while that's annoying, it's not that big of a deal. But the other problem is it can overestimate your phone, and it can give you a very high graphics profile, and that will in turn make your game lag a lot. And there is a lot of people that will heavily benefit from being able to change their graphics, because a lot of people wouldn't give a crap about having graphics that look a little bit better as long as their game is not stuck at 15 FPS and borderline unplayable. So make the graphic changes in the settings, please. I don't think at this point, after 4 years of this game being out, we should really beg for this, or this shouldn't be an implemented feature. Next up, introduce a founding list for league rates. This will be a far easier way for league leaders to track who's founding and who's not founding. And also, this is something that people have been asking for a long time. So please, how hard can it be to introduce a founding list where it just says how much everybody founded for the raid? Come on, man. It really doesn't seem that hard. Again, I'm not a game developer, but let's be real here. Next up, sliders for the League Store. So in the League Store, you're going to end up buying a lot of XP capsules after you're done with the characters, and it's a horrible experience to click 20 times, especially with the high loading times in between the XP capsules. So just put a slider in there so I can buy all my 20 XP capsules for the day with 2 or 3 clicks instead of 40 clicks, please. Vixen Arena Season, again, we don't know if she's gonna be an Arena Season character or how you're gonna get her, but look, people have been asking for a gold character for a reason, and that reason is for her to be easier to be gotten. And they said they will introduce her as early access. They did the same thing with Collective Wars Superman, so she'll most likely be just in the paid offer for some time. But after that, please don't put her in the chest, put her in an Arena Season. This would be a great way to get her, and this will breathe some life back into the Arena Seasons feature of the game. So that would be great. Reward system for Zoroids. I've been complaining about this for a very long time. The randomness of the reward system of Zoroids, it's garbage, and it's just not, it differs too much from person to person. Some person might get a Beta Club and an Arkham Knight Batman from a reward. Some person might never get actually a good character or might not ever get a Zoroid artifact. They only get amulets and primal swamp things. That's not a fair feature because both people are going to work the same for those rewards and some people are going to get, it's not even slightly better rewards, it's infinitely better rewards. So yeah, that's kind of shit in my opinion. Better filters for the artifact screen. I mean, this is at this point is rich people problems. I'm sorry, but I gotta say this: when you got a lot of artifacts, it's very hard to go through them and filter through them. And I would love for them to be able to be filtered to chaos artifacts, apocalypse artifacts, and stuff like that. Yeah, that would be great. Again, this is not a must feature, but would be nice. Thank you. And something to do with extra shards, again, another thing that people have been asking for a very long time. I mean, you can donate them, but who's gonna take your 30k additional Swamp Thing shards? Let's be real here. An option would be for them to be converted in prismatic shards, like for you to be able to convert 100 extra shards on 5 prismatic shards or something like that. Prismatic shards are going to be shards usable for any character, and since they can be used only on gold characters and not even legendary characters, I mean, it's not gonna even be a thing as huge. Next up, another thing that I would love to see is achievements with one artifact reforged a day. So they introduced the artifact bonuses system, and since then it's been a system that's used for by like 5 to 3% of the player base, because the only way to get those reforges is from a shit chest, and they have a low chance to give you something good. So it's a system that's a very interesting system, can lead up to a lot of interesting gameplay choices that it offers, and a lot of ways to increase your damage, but is sadly more or less behind the paywall, and only people who buy special bundles with a lot of artifact reforges are going to be able to access it. Next up is going to be the Advent of Chaos and Rise of Krypton artifact chest. So Dawn of Apocalypse has an artifact chest, and it's been back, thankfully. We haven't seen that since winter, and it's been back lately, so that's amazing. I'm glad the chest is back again. It's not the best chest in the world. You got some pretty shit chances to get a good artifact, but at the very least, it's a way for people to get those artifacts with gems without relying on the very unfair chances to get the artifacts from the Zoroids, and would love to see some for Rise of Krypton and Advent of Chaos. And yeah, with a lot out of the way, this is kind of everything I had to say for this video. I can't wait to see the updates. We'll come back to you guys maybe with some Vixen gameplay. If she's in the special offers, I might buy her, because at this point I'm making my money back from buying her. So we're gonna get some fire-ass content, so stay tuned, subscribe, hit that bell button, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!
This is the future.